Hi, I'm Lucas Cooney-Mertz, Associate Editor of Baking and Snack Magazine, and this is a Baking and Snack Tech Expert. Getting product released cleanly from the baking pan is a common headache for bakers, and in our March issue, we spoke with Joe Tordella, Equipment Category Global Director for Vantage Food, on how new spraying systems are improving this process. Today, he'll share more on the benefits bakers are reaping from this technology. Thanks for joining us today, Joe.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
So to start us off, what are those difficulties that bakers are facing around product release, and how does the spraying system play into this?
Yeah, so there's two main challenges and they're a little bit different. So when you have a full product that's stuck in the cavity and doesn't release, and you have a partial. So on the full, the issue generally isn't if you have one or two here or there that don't release. It's when you have 10, 20, 30, 60 minutes of production and you don't know until you get to the depanner and then you don't have release. So it's a lot of waste. On the partial side, you may get release and you may have a piece of bread or a cake that is still saleable, but then there's something left in the pan. So that may or may not get washed depending on the process. And even if it does, there's no guarantee that everything is going to come out. So you'll still have some residue that comes around for that next cycle of that pan that just becomes a compounding issue. And then the spray system plays into it because you really need to get a release agent into the cavity and have it well distributed. And that really is the spray system that is doing all of that work. So the critical part of the spray system is making sure that we hit every cavity. We're spraying the same amount of volume for each cavity. And then that pattern is well distributed in each cavity. So it has to be every single time, repeatably doing it. And it can be hard because of external factors. And then even from product to product, there are some changes. So for example, our OptiRelease line of release agents have been optimized for our bread pan oilers and cake pan greasers, knowing that there are different challenges when you have different products and different spray systems.
And so what advancements in spraying technology are improving that product release, and how are they eliminating some of those common challenges?
Yeah, one of those key advancements is Posi Spray, which is one of our features. And so what that does is it will recognize when there's a missed spray. So what I mentioned of that full product release, and you don't notice it for up to 60 minutes, that system is going to recognize it immediately, and it's going to send an alarm first locally, where it'll either be on a light or audible alarm. And then if the plant is connected to full plant control, they can connect into our system and they'll see that alarm there as well. And so that eliminates those big stoppages, all that big downtime.
And so how is this technology also enhancing product quality and production efficiency?
Yeah, so that Posi Spray on the efficiency side, where you may have lost not only just the waste of 60 minutes, you've now lost 60 minutes of production. And the big one is also the time spent cleaning those pans can be really a nightmare to get everything out that's just been stuck in there. So that goes the efficiency side, but it also goes directly to the product quality when you're talking about sending that pan back through for its next cycle, if it has any partial remnants left in it, or if it's just not clean and you end up with quality issues as a follow-up from that. So when you couple the Posi Spray in with the history of Vantage and mallets just being equipment that runs forever, you have a really good asset for our customers.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Joe, for joining me today on this Baking and Snack Tech Expert.